It's not quite 6 o'clock. Sun's gonna come up in about an hour. We only have about a 10-15 minute run in the Wolverine to get where we're headed this morning. We're gonna be setting up in a box blind, so it really should be just a spectacular view. It's on a pond dam, and you can see this kind of up into the corner of this pond, and there's a little hill that runs off to this side. Lots of bedding areas, lots of places for them to feed in there as well. It seems like right now there's a few deer that kind of come from that area, but most of the deer are coming from in front of us across there. This is a rifle hunt. We've got the Thompson Center Compass. It's basically the Generation 2. This is the second model. You know, the Compass has been a highly successful rifle for Thompson Center. I'm gonna shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor today, which should be perfect for these Texas deer that we're hunting. And the rifle itself, I mean, it's just the perfect price point rifle for a lot of hunters that demand accuracy, demand durability, demand quality. You know, I've got a little Cabela's scope on top of it, and so it should be a pretty fun hunt because the view ought to be spectacular. When you get a deer, you never know till you sit down and see what shows up. Construction of your box blinds. There's a lot of guys that'll go try to build them in their garages, and that's fun for them. And then there's, you know, all the pre-made ones of all types of different configurations and sizes, whether they're 1 pin or 5 pin type blinds. The things that I like to look for in a lot of the box blinds are good windows that you can lock. I can't tell you how many times in my life that I have cleaned up after raccoons and owls and other critters that have got in there. And when you have to do that, that's not fun. You're wasting productive time. But you know, this muddy blind that we're in right here, it's got a multitude of shooting angles, and I like how they've got their windows system set up to where I've basically got 4 locks there to be able to close that in. And it makes it wasp and bug and owl and all the different critters proof for you to be able to keep them out, because that's what you want to be able to do. Now, come hunting season, I will tell you this. That's one final tip when I start talking about windows. I do leave my windows open during the times that I know I'm going to be hunting more. I think that you deer get a little more acclimated to it. You know, this is a brand new stand that was just recently put up that we've been hunting out of, and we had some action in there. A couple good deer that we couldn't get the camera on cross behind us in the shadows. We had some does and a little small buck that kind of came through, but you know, we haven't had any action in a while, and part of that is because we've got to doctor this blind up. I think we've got, I mean, you can see how lit up I am right now already, and so we're going to get out of here, come back and put some tarps in, kind of darken this blind up a little bit for the evening and the next morning hunts, because we know the deer are using this area, so you got to be where the deer want to go. So we're going to season this blind, for lack of a better term, and get set up for a later hunt.
Wade is hunting out of a muddy box blind set up on a small pond, and he's hoping more deer will show up this afternoon as the sun sets and provide some much-needed shade.
All right, we made it to where we're going to park. We're not too far away. Kind of parked in the shade of this big tree right here. The box blind is just up and across there on that pond dam. We're going to park a little different and try to walk in. We know from past history that the deer are bedding. You can see the elevation change. We know that's where the deer are mostly bedding. That doesn't mean they're not going to come from other directions, but we feel like that's where they're going to come from. We're going to hike across this pasture and get into the stand pretty quick. You know, when it's in the shadows, when the shade gets out around that pond, they ought to get up and come along there and work that edge pretty good and feed a little bit. Probably get some drinks. Let the sun go down, let the deer show up, see what happens. 90, 100, 120, 120, 80, 80, 80. You know, sighted in, compass, pretty much dead on at 100 yards. So, I mean, wherever we're aiming at the distance we're shooting, as long as we're shooting this way, the bolt's going to hit right where we're, you know, our crosshairs at. So, we know what the gun is going to perform at because we spent a lot of time at the range. an emotional deal. It's a mistake we would make because when we left the range, we were dialed in exactly where we need to be. We put out a record right block on the back end of this pond. He stopped on it a little bit and he got moving along. This other deer that he came in with, I honestly don't even know where they came from. He's a really good young deer. You can see he's got long leg beams, barely a 10 point. It'd be hard for me to shoot today just because of his potential more than anything. Long-legged, body's real tight, small brown eyes on him. Really good looking young deer. Well, great evening. I mean, a phenomenal evening. Saw a lot of deer come through. Just dead gone, really still. They were feeding out through here. We saw some come to water, saw some make some scrapes and hit those persimmon trees and kind of mill around up down on this hill like we thought they would. I had a bonus where a big blue heron came in and ate a snake. That's one of the cool things about setting on a spot like this. You see so many different things. The frogs are croaking. That means it's pretty much sunset now, so we're going to ease on out there, go get something to eat, and figure out a plan for in the morning, because we still got more time.
As Wade climbs into the frog pond stand, as he calls it, he's hoping that tonight a deer that gets his heart pumping will show up.
Last time we sat in here, the frogs were croaking like crazy in the evening. We were watching herons eat snakes. It's just a very alive area, and we saw quite a few deer. We just, chose not to shoot one that night. Another night might be a little different story, so hopefully something will come out. Wind could be perfect, but better. You can see what's blowing. Everything's blowing back the other direction. It's still pretty early. It's just after 5 o'clock, and we need the shadows to keep getting longer and longer. And last time we were here, I don't know, man, it was like the last 25 minutes. Deer just started pouring out. Now most of them were young deer, and so we just kind of thought, boy, any minute the right one was going to show up. But as the sun set that day, he didn't. Hopefully today something will come out that'll get us pretty excited, and we'll put the crosshairs on him and knock him down. Wow, check that out. It is way into October. It's beautiful. That is a cool deer. It's a deer we're going to have to definitely take. We can get a chance at him. He's right out there by our stealth camera. Now he's actually staring at the scouting camera. So we have that big record right block here. We smoked that deer right there. The compass does it again. How cool is that? We have sat here quite some time, and we've seen quite a few really cool deer coming through here, this little pond. And I mean, every time we've sat here, we've seen a lot of really good deer, you know, young deer getting around, moving around, doing all kinds of different things. I mean, this has been one of the coolest spots to sit just because of everything we've seen. But that deer there, he's still in velvet, and he's late in the year. It's some kind of stag. Basically, you know, that can be a birth issue. It can be a low testosterone thing. It's just hard to say really what caused that, but that is one of the coolest deer right there. He's just an 8-point, but what a beautiful deer out there. I mean, he just come off that hill. There was 4 other bucks kind of running together, and they just kind of eased all down in there and got right out in front of the scouting camera. We put a record rack block out there, one of those wildberry blocks, and I mean, those deer just absolutely love that. And he got over there and was eating on it, milling around, and we got him. A TC Compass. This is a Generation 2 one where I was talking about that new trigger. Didn't take about 3 or 4 pounds. Bam! Smoked him. That's so cool. Whew. It never gets old for me. I love to whitetail hunt. Something about it. You know, this hunt here, we're in the big honeymoon suite, as my buddy Scott calls it, and it's just a cool spot here. I call this the frog pond because there's so many frogs out there running around. And just a neat spot right here. It's just pretty watching those deer filter down. And we sat here a couple times and never got anything, but when you look at the aerials of this, it is just a cool spot. Big fields behind us, big hills where they bed, big drain and draw where they were coming down. We're going to go get the Wolverine and get that one loaded up, be back at camp, and have a good dinner, stories to tell. That's cool.
Congratulations, Wade, on your first Thompson Center Compass 2 entry into the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries.